Have you ever done something on a dare? A silly, harmless little challenge just to get a laugh out of your friends? Most of us have. But what happens when the dare spirals out of control, leading to something truly terrifying? Today, we're diving into a story that starts with a simple dare and ends in a chilling mystery that remains unsolved to this day. This is the story of Brian Schaefer. It was March 31 Street, ke 2006. Brian Schaefer, a bright 27-year-old medical student at Ohio State University, was ready to blow off some steam. Spring break had just started, and he had planned to celebrate with his dad the next day before heading on a trip with his girlfriend, Alexis. To kick things off, he met up with his friend, William Clint Florence, for a night out. They started at a local steakhouse, had a few drinks, and then headed to a popular bar district near campus. Around 10 p.m., they walked into the ugly Tuna Saluna, a bar located on the second floor of a building. It was a typical night. The bar was crowded, the music was loud, and everyone was in high spirits. Brian called his girlfriend, Alexis, just before midnight. He told her he loved her. It was the last time she would ever hear his voice. Sometime after 1 a.m., the group decided to bar hop. Brian, however, got separated from his friends in the crowd. Clint and another friend, Meredith, waited for him outside, assuming he'd be let out. But he never came. They called his phone repeatedly, but it went straight to voicemail. After waiting a while, they figured he had just walked back to his apartment nearby without telling them. They weren't too worried. It was a simple miscommunication, or so they thought. The next morning, Brian missed his flight for the spring break trip he had planned with Alexis. That's when the panic set in. His family and friends knew something was terribly wrong. Brian was responsible. He wouldn't just disappear. The police were called, and an investigation began immediately. They started at the last place he was seen, the ugly Tuna Saluna. The bar had security cameras, which seemed like a lucky break. The building had only one public entrance and the exit, a single escalator leading up to the second floor. A surface door also existed, but it led to a messy construction site, and it was not typically used by patrons. Detectives meticulously reviewed the footage. They saw Brian, Clint, and Meredith going up the escalator around jam 1:15 a.m. The camera also captured Brian outside the bar entrance around jam 1:55 a.m., chatting briefly with two young women before saying goodbye and turning back towards the bar door. And then, nothing. He enters the bar, and that's the last time he is ever seen. Police watched every second of the footage from that night. They saw his friends leaving. They saw every other patron leave. They saw the bar staff leave. But they never saw Brian Schaefer walk out the door. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. How is that possible? He walked into a bar and he never walked out. The police were baffled. They explored every theory. Could he have changed his clothes? The cameras were clear enough that a simple disguise wouldn't have worked. Did he use the surface exit? They searched the construction site extensively with canine units, but found no more trace of him. The dogs never picked up his scent outside the building. The investigation intensified. Friends, family, and the volunteers searched the city. His picture was everywhere. The media picked up the story, and it went national. The mystery deepened. Here's where the dare comes in, or at least, the rumor of one. Whispers started circulating among Brian's friends and the fellow students. The story was that Brian, known for his mischievous side, had been dared to use the surface exit and navigate the construction site to get back to the street. Was it a prank gone wrong? Did he get stuck, or injured, or worse, in the dark, unfinished space? It seemed plausible, but the extensive searches turned up nothing. No more scrap of clothing. No more drop of blood. No more sign of a struggle. Then, the focus shifted to the people Brian was with that night. His friend, Clint Florence, was the last person to see him. But Clint's story was consistent. His side they got separated. He waited, and he left. He took a polygraph test, but the results were inconclusive. He later refused to take another one and he hired a lawyer, which naturally raised suspicion. However, police have stated that they have no more evidence to suggest he was involved. He was just a friend caught in a tragic, inexplicable situation. What about the two women Brian spoke to outside the bar just before he vanished? Police identified and interviewed them. They confirmed their brief, friendly chat with Brian but had no more further information. They saw him turn back towards the bar, and that was it. So, let's recap the puzzle. A man walks into a bar with only one main exit monitored by a camera. He is seen on camera entering, but not leaving. A surface exit leads to a construction site, which was searched top to bottom with no more results. His friends are cleared. His phone, which was pinging a cell tower about 14 miles away in the early morning hours after he disappeared, was never found. His bank accounts were never touched. His credit cards were never used. Years went by. Brian's father, Randy Schaefer, dedicated his life to finding his son. He worked tirelessly with investigators and he kept the case in the public eye. Tragically, in 2008, a tree branch fell and killed Randy in a freak accident while he was in his yard. He died without ever knowing what happened to his son. The case went cold, but theories continue to swirl. Some believe Brian left on his own to start a new life. His mother had passed away just weeks before his disappearance, and he was reportedly struggling with her death. But his friends and family say that's completely out of character. He was excited about his future as a doctor, and deeply in love with his girlfriend, to whom he was planning to propose during their trip. Another theory suggests foul play. Could someone have harmed him inside the bar and somehow removed him without being seen? It seems almost impossible given the single exit and the cameras. Yet, it's a possibility that can't be completely dismissed. The construction site theory also remains popular. Perhaps the initial such missed something. Maybe he fell into a section that was later covered with concrete. And then there's the most bizarre theory of all. Some internet sleuths noticed that one of the members of the band playing at the bar that night bore a slight resemblance to Brian. Could he have disguised himself as a band member and left with their equipment? It's a long shot, but in a case with no more answers, people look for anything. The disappearance of Brian Schaefer is one of the most perplexing missing person cases of our time. It's a real-life locked room mystery. He was there 1 second, and gone the next. The dare, if it ever happened, may have been the catalyst for this tragedy, or maybe it was just a rumor born from the desperation to find an explanation for the unexplainable. Today, more than a decade and a half later, there are still no more solid leads. The ugly tuna saloon has since closed. The building has been renovated, but the security camera footage remains, a silent witness to the moment a young man with a bright future stepped out of sight and into a mystery that endures. What do you think happened to Brian Schaefer? Was it a dare gone horribly wrong, an accident, foul play? Or did he choose to disappear? Let me know your theories in the comments below. This is a case that needs fresh eyes and new ideas. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into compelling mysteries. Stay safe out there.